What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Team Solemn Circus live video. Today we're going to be playing against two decks here. We're going to be playing Branded Despia on the left side, going up against Unchained. You know, Branded Despia has been one of the fan favorite lore decks for a while now. Unfortunately, the lore is supposedly to be over Chapter 1 at least, but we're going to be hoping for some new support soon. And on the right side here, we have Unchained. You know, me playing Unchained. I've been playing Unchained for a while now. This is the hand trap build, so not going to be the greatest versus Branded. You always love those board breakers or the stuff, but we do know that the Branded player is not on the Gaming Public build, so it's going to be a little bit different. But they're going to be having room for stuff like Super Poly and then other stuff in the extra deck as well. You know, being able to pick apart boards very easily, setting some of the back row up can be very nice. Before we dive in, if you like, comment, subscribe, helps the channel a lot. We're on the road to 5K here. Hoping to hit that before the end of the year here. But we're going to be seeing Branded Despia. We're choosing to go first here. We do see the Ad Libitum as well as a Fusion Deployment and Branded Fusion in the hand here. And we're going to be seeing a Fusion Deployment being started off and summoning out the Cartesia off the Gargoyle. This is a very powerful start, you know, being able to tag out essentially into stuff, dodging imperms, and then also getting like an extra body off of the Lubellion. It's just crazy. We're going to see the Branded Fusion, no Ash Blossom here. They're going to see dumping the Lubellion as well as the Albaz. Going for a copy of Albion. And then they can activate the Albion's effect here, banishing the Albaz and potentially even the Ad Libitum in the hand here. We do see a second Cartesia in the hand, though. Not the greatest there for that. The spoilers go into a Lubellion, though. Then we can activate the effect of Lubellion, and then we have to discard for cost. We're going to be sending the copy of second Fusion Deployment here, and then going to chain the Cartesia, but we really shouldn't do that, so you could get the effect of the Branded Lost after. Yeah, that's kind of hard, like in a spot like this where it looks like we're thinking about. So it's going to resolve. They're going to go for a Gargoyle. They're going to be putting back those two. They summon out a copy of Mirror Jade here. In defense position, by the way. You know, they do know that we're most likely on Unchained, so, you know, making sure that their opponent, that we cannot destroy the monsters, our own monsters, and trigger them is quite a read. As well as playing around Lightning Storm can never hurt as well. Now we're going to be seeing a Nibiru being dropped here. They're going to be chaining the Mirror Jade to this, dumping potentially a copy of the Titaniclad. That's a good option as well. That can summon out the Quem from the deck during the end phase. We're going to be seeing the Gargoyle going to be still dumping here. Can dump quite a few things. Going to dump the Albion here. So choosing the main deck. I guess this will be able to dump the Retribution so we can potentially have an add back during the following turn. Because I believe they have Cartesia in the hand here. They will have lots to be able to play with, but we could also use it to dump an Albaz as well. So we could use it for like a Branded in red if we needed to. But we have lots of stuff. We have, you know, the Gargoyle that can tag out into a copy of the Lulu, or, you know, summoning out a the Quem from the deck. But we're just seeing it dump the Retribution here, putting it to the bottom of the deck. We do not get a draw, unfortunately. They're going to go see the end phase. We're going to see the effect of Cartesia being added back. Albion's going to be able to set here probably a Branded in red. And then we're also going to be seeing the Titaniclad summon out the Despiant I guess this is the Quem, I should say. Also a Despian or a Dogmatica. That's going to be dumping the copy of Albaz, which is going to be creating the branded in red to be live here. And then they're going to pass turn on this. Still quite good. We're going to be seeing the Dark Contract going to be activated here, which is going to let us search the deck for a Vice King. Then we're going to see the Vice King going to be activated here. And we're going to see the Vice King summon himself by popping the gates. And then we're going to be slapping on a Machine X here. So we're going to activate the Quem effect, summoning out Albaz. Albaz can activate its effect. Pitching the Cartesia here. We did not think about this at all. We should have gone battle phase first. But that's kind of unfortunate. He's going to be using the Machine X as well as itself to go into a Mirror Jade here, and that is our first huge misplay. They're going to activate a Prod of Prosperity here. We're going to be seeing a Banish 6, which is good, is that we can banish the Machine X, and it's counted as a free banish, essentially. You know, we have already used it. We cannot use this effect again. We are going to be seeing a bunch of copies. We're going to be adding the tour guide here. There were normal summon tour guide, activating the effect. And we're in such a losing battle here because we've already normal. We've gone through at least one pop. That they go like yeah, we're pretty much losing this for sure. We're going to summon out the copy of the Fiendish, or something with the Rakea, or not Rakea, but the Arua here. Do we maybe have the Rhino in hand is the question. Then we're going to see the Mirror Jade activate its effect, dumping the Rinbrum to banish it face up. I'm so used to playing Gids Cash. And we're looking at our extra deck. We don't have actually anything we can go into other than like Muckracker. And that just loses here. We see the Lespian Lulu Walleth on the field. And then we're just going to scoop it up, realizing they have Branded in red still. I honestly thought that Branded in red had the interaction that Branded opening and Branded Fusion had. That they couldn't use anything but Fusion Summon monsters this turn. But I was incorrect. I just wanted to double check that before I scoop there. But we're going to be scooping it up going into game 2. Rhino is most likely in hand. You know, having like Rhino, Shyama, and then like any other, I guess, Disaster Dog if we're playing it, and then like Sarama as well. You know, those are some soft bricks that you have. Like, yes, you can summon them from the hand, but it's kind of rough, you know, being able to lose those cards because then like your Abominations gets worse and worse essentially, and those are going to be like replaced by hand traps. If you could have them, would be really nice. But you know, it happens. Same with Branded. You know, you can have a few of your soft bricks like Tragedy and even like Retribution in the hand can be kind of rough against like a bunch of decks. Like, both cards are very good, but unfortunately, you know, I mean, at least you can still use it. Same thing with the with Unchained, though. You know, I prefer having a soft brick than like a hard brick. Like good old Garnet. We don't want a Garnet in our deck. Then moving on to game 2 here, I know that he is playing Super Poly and stuff like that. So there's lots of stuff that he can like use to discard and get a lot of pluses out. But will we see any of that happen is the question. You know, Super Poly is quite a good, and you know they have like stuff like Nib can also be good. It is a light so as well, so it doesn't really like waste any of your stuff. You can use it for Branded Fusion if you need to. Veiler is good as well because it is a spellcaster with the same attack and defense if they were going for like the copy of Sanctifier, which is nice. We're going to be diving in. We're going to be summoning out the Tour Guide, activating the effect here, summoning out the Phoenix Rhino from the hand once again, linking off into Yama, Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2 here, and we did reveal. That's kind of unfortunate, a couple cards that we had in the hand. We're going to be dumping the Shawarma, and then we're going to be adding the Arua. Shawarma effects can activate, setting the escape here. Then we can activate the effect pop, summon it out here, activating the effect. Summoning out the Shayama here. Does that mean we already have the Sharama in hand? We do. That's unfortunate. We're going to activate the effect popping, and then we're going to effect the effect of the Arua, summoning out the Sarama from the hand, linking away into the Soul of Rage. They're activate the effect, set, pop the Rage. Rage effect's going to activate here, letting us add back most likely the we should be adding back the Shawarma here, but we're going to be summoning out the Shayama by popping the Sharara. Then we can activate the effect there, summoning out the blue one, which we are probably going to be doing here, the Rekea. Then we can XYZ for a good old copy of the Caesar. And we can pass turn onto this. We do see a Cosmic in the hand. Cosmic is very good against Unchained. You know, be able to hit those cards. We just see also a copy of Sorenir. And the Tragedy. So having a few bricks of himself, we're going to see a normal summon of the Alubi here. Searching for Branded Fusion. You know, being a very, very crazy card. Branded Fusion still is an insane card to this day. I remember when people thought Shaddoll Fusion should be banned, and then they came up with like more stuff. I think we're going to be seeing more and more of the Fusion cards. Going to be using it from the deck. We're going to be seeing the copy here of the Sorenir going to be activated, attempting to banish the Yama. We're going to be negating it with the effect of the Caesar here, activating the effect of Shawarma, as well as the Sorenir here. So we can set the Reborn. And then I'm going to dump like a Lubellion from the deck here, or a copy of Retribution as well. You know, could be a possibility. Probably dumping the Retribution, yeah. Caesar is such a problematic card. We're going to activate Branded Fusion, and then we're going to be Caesar negating this. Well, the problem with Caesar negating it is, like, it can just be added back, and it's, you know, kind of unfortunate. Like, do we just say, oh, yeah, so we're saying okay to this, letting it resolve so they cannot add it back with Retribution and activate it once again. And, like, whatever they summon here, we can just essentially negate. But they have no Albazes other than ones in hand. So they have to use the one in the hand, which is quite unfortunate there. Summoning out the Albion. And then after the Albion effect, we're negating that and destroying it. But it will get the Albion in the graveyard, which is very unfortunate for us. But I don't think he has any more plays. We're going to see an end phase effect of the Albion here, setting the Branded in red. And we're going to activate the escape here, targeting the Rekea, and the Branded in red here. The watered down Blackout. He does still have the Cosmic in the hand there, so we could chain the Cosmic onto the other trap, but we could pop it with the Rakea. But he's going to scoop it up there, realizing we still have the copy of the Shawarma in hand, as well as the Arua. That's why we added it back. That makes sense now. You know, already having the copy of Shawarma, so wanting to add back the other one so we can continue during a following up turn. And we're ending up taking game 2 here. Move on to game 3 with our opponent. You know, going to be choosing who's going to go first or second. And Brandon will be able to choose, which is kind of scary when they're able to go first. And like setting up a Super Poly against this deck is absolutely insane. You know, if the Super Poly at the right moment can be absolutely crucial, especially like not getting Yama access, or even like just destroying Yama as well as the Shawarma, can be just absolutely brutal. Like you pretty much have to have Shayama in rotation for that, and like if you don't have Shayama rotation, once like you get like either, like that's what really prevents you from getting a bunch of stuff. If you get Shayama in the grave, it helps you so much against Nib as well as stuff like Super Poly. And yes, it will be still hard to like come back from that, but it's still something that like, you know, I'd rather play than not play. But diving on into game 3 here. We're going to be seeing Brandon going to be going first. We're going to activate a shifter right off the bat here, but we do see a branded, we do see a Super Poly though. Now D-shifter is quite good against this because it does prevent us from, or prevent Branded, or from prevent Branded from activating like Mirror Jade and stuff like that. So it's very good to be able to stop things like that. But we're going to see them normal summon out the Aluber, activating the effect here. Searching for Branded Fusion. They still have lines as well as, you know, with Super Poly being a crazy card. You know, it'll be able to disrupt us absolutely. They're going to activate the effect of Fusion Deployment here, revealing the Grantganol, which will summon out the Cartesia here. But it will get banished, which is nice for us if we can stop the, you know, getting that banish, or stopping that graveyard effect can be quite nice. We're going to see Branded Fusion going to be activated here. We're not going to Ash it because we probably don't have Ash, but this will allow them to get the Tragedy as well. But it's going to be in the banish zone, so it cannot trigger, you know, in the graveyards to add back. Then we're going to see them go for a Lubellion here. They will be able to add like a copy of Ad Libitum here, discarding the Branded Opening here, which is interesting to me. Choosing to discard the Branded Opening rather than activate it earlier, summoning out the Aluber here. Like they could have used it in Chain. Like we could have gone Chain Link 1, the copy here of D-Shifter, then they could have chained Branded Opening there, discarding the copy of Aluber, so that the Branded in red could be live. Now Branded red just cannot be live at all in the graveyard. So a little bit of tricks there, I guess. You know, you do go down on one card, but it's kind of worth it having your Branded in red live, I believe. At least myself, I think that way. Going for a Predator Plant, Dragostapelia, which can be quite good in this matchup here. Setting one card and passing with a Ad Libitum as well as Ash Blossom in the hand. Then we're going to go Cosmic on the back row here. They're going to chain a copy of, or they're not going to chain it there. Okay. So we do get rid of the Super Poly here, which is going to be crazy because we're not going to get hit with it. You know, it could also have been a Floodgate as well. You know, very, very possible that that's going to happen there. We are getting close to time, though, which is important to note. And that Cosmic should be banished. Then we're going to Imperm the Cartesia, still in the draw phase. So now all we have to worry about is a Dragostapelia and then one unknown in the hand. Then we're going to go activate the effect here of Abomination. They're going to Ash us here, which is quite good. We're going to be seeing us normal summon out the Arua here. Then we can go battle phase, crash into the Aluber, activate the effect here. We're going to take some life, but we can summon out a copy here of the Abomination. But going for Disaster Dog instead, what? Why would we do that? Oh, we're going to activate the effect. It's going to negate it or Dragostapelia. Then we're going to activate the effect of we're going to put out the Typhon here. Then we're going to be bouncing back the Predaplant and passing. But yeah, we're 100% dead here. They're also the Aluber discard. Make a Mirror Jade here. And they still have the effect of... yeah. They still have Cartesia. Cartesia can go into a copy here of the Grangadal. Grangadal can dump the Aluber. And then not the Aluber, can dump the Albion. And then Albion can set Branded in red. And then Branded red can add back the Ad Libitum. Go into a copy of the Guardian Chimera here. No matter what we do, we're losing. We're on one card. We'll be on top deck. Yeah, there's really nothing here. They can go battle phase, just attack. We're going to see them do battle phase and attack, and that's just going to be pretty much close to game, if not game itself. They're going to pass turn on this, or no, they're going to go main phase 2, activate the effect, summon out the Grangadal. Grangadal is going to be able to dump the Albion here. Yeah, we're totally losing this. There's no way we can come back from that. We are going to Ash this, but that puts us on top deck against a Mirror Jade. And we do top deck into Prosperity here. Activate the Prosperity. Banishing 6. And we do see the fist bump there, admitting to defeat. Yeah, we should have 100% summoned that Abomination. Activate the effect. Discard the Ash Pop. And they couldn't negate because it is during battle step. Yeah, definitely a misplay there from our side. But, you know, that's what ends up happening. Sometimes you win them, sometimes you lose them. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Regardless, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Granted, it's still a very strong deck. I'm hoping to be playing it soon. As you guys saw yesterday from the deck profile. And don't forget to stay safe. Peace.